I kept hitting revenue ceilings. I wasn't getting enough recurring revenue monthly. And I was always afraid of losing a client because I was working so hard to get enough clients to build that revenue up. That was the first problem. The other problem was I wasn't always bringing in the right clients because I was lowering that barrier of entry. I wasn't always getting the best clients. So I started looking for some different ways to build my business and take payments and structure things. And I came up with an idea to take more money on the front end and then break up the rest of the payments on the back end.
Welcome to the Expert in You podcast, the show for professional entrepreneurs, experts, authors, speakers, coaches, and consultants who are ready to elevate their business, expand their influence, and boost their bank accounts. Join us as we dive deep with industry-leading experts who share their top strategies, invaluable insights, practical tips, and personal experiences to help you achieve extraordinary growth and success. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills, stay ahead of the curve, or find that competitive edge, this podcast is your ultimate resource for unlocking your full potential. So tune in, get inspired, grab your coffee, and let's unlock the expert in you.
Are you a business coach, consultant, professional entrepreneur who is really focused on building your recurring revenue in your business? You want to get enough clients so that you can get into those bigger revenue months. Maybe you want to hit those $50,000, $100,000 plus months. And so you're really working on that. Well, I want to share with you some shifts that you can make in your business to help you hit those kinds of levels faster and also shift in the way you're doing your business and building recurring revenue. So I'm super excited you're here. First, I want to share with you what happened to me when I came into the coaching space. And that was I learned the model. You bring in a client and if you bring them in for a year, for example, you break up the payments over the course of that year. And that was fine, except I kept hitting revenue ceilings. I wasn't getting enough recurring revenue monthly. And I was always afraid of losing a client because I was working so hard to get enough clients to build that revenue up. That was the first problem. The other problem was I wasn't always bringing in the right clients because I was lowering that barrier of entry. I wasn't always getting the best clients. I was often getting sometimes low value clients that weren't really invested in their success. In fact, I can remember some of my first clients, I felt like I wanted their success more than they did. And that did not make for a very fun coaching business. So I started looking for some different ways to build my business and take payments and structure things. And I came up with an idea to take more money on the front end and then break up the rest of the payments on the back end. And I loved that model because I brought in better clients. I brought in more committed clients who were really in it by raising the barrier of entry, not lowering it. I brought in better clients. And the other part of that is I was doing more work with my clients on the front end to help get them out of the gate faster, or maybe I was doing an assessment, which was very time consuming. I'm sure you're doing these things too. Think about the amount of time you spend with a client on the front end than you do over the course of the time that you're working with them. So I knew that I wanted to be paid more for my investment of time on the front end. So I started taking higher payments on the front end, breaking up the rest. And that was a game changer. That got me to much higher months faster. And then I could continue working to bring in more clients. But then through time, I discovered an even better way. And that is to get more paid in fulls. Now, a lot of people think they don't want paid in fulls because they don't know how to get clients whenever they want. They don't have the marketing system in place to bring in clients consistently month after month. And so I can see where you would be afraid to get paid in fulls if that's the case. However, I want to just shift again your thinking on this. If you're bringing in a client for $50,000 and all of that money hits your bank account at one time because you get paid in full, do you not think it would ease your business, take stress off of you, make you or put you in a place where you don't feel desperate for the next client? And then you can relax and you can actually start putting the systems in place that you need to. It also now gives you the cash flow and the money to be able to do that, where most coaches and consultants stay somewhat cash poor and they never have the money to do anything that can really scale their business or grow their business. So let's think about what paid in fulls looks like. Well, there are two ways that I teach my clients to get paid in fulls, and they can still do the more money upfront payment option if they have a client who maybe can't do the paid in full option or can't get the funding, which I'm going to talk about. They can still offer that. But for the most part, if you have clients where they can be funded through a third-party company that you are set up with, this is one of the things I teach my clients to do and help them get set up with this. If they go through a third-party company, that company can offer far better payment plans than you can, but you get paid in full. When that client gets into that funding option, you get the money paid in full when this is set up right. So that's one way to do it. Another way is if you want paid in fulls and you know that you're in front of the right people that can do that, you can offer them a value add to pay in full. So like incentivize them. I don't necessarily like the discount thing, but you can incentivize them with something really compelling for them to want to pay in full because it's really worth it. So you add value to that. It's another way you can do it as well. If you're going into a corporation, for example, and you're selling a $150,000 package, what can you offer them that would get them to want to pay that $150,000 in full? So there are some ways to structure this. But when I did this, it was a complete game changer for me and my business. I brought in better clients, which meant the results were better. They were far more committed. They were easier to work with. They were easier to coach and consult. And they didn't want to quit at every little emotional thing. Like they're just in a different mindset, in a different place in their business.
Hi, friend. I have an exciting announcement. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Expert in You podcast, but I have to ask you, have you checked out the latest issue of Expert in You magazine yet? It's jam-packed with rich content, powerful strategies, inspiring stories, and so much more to help you elevate your business and personal growth. Don't miss out. Go grab your digital copy now and join our community of experts making a difference every day. Go to expertinyoumagazine.com and check out your digital copy today. Transform your expertise into success with Expert in You magazine. It's not just a publication, it is a movement.
One of the frustrating things I found when I first started my business and I was bringing in clients and they were paying me monthly is if business, had an up or a down, or they lost an employee, or they had to put out a fire, or they were going through a divorce, or whatever that was, I was the one that would have to take the brunt of that, because now the first thing they wanted to do was just quit, right? I can't deal with this. I remember kind of a funny story. One of my clients, she stayed with me for 6 years, but in the first few months of our coaching, she started going through a really tough time personally. And she said, I can't coach right now. I'm going through this. And I said, that's exactly the reason you need to coach. You can't afford for your business to not keep going and growing, and I'll help you stay on track. Well, long story short, she stayed and she was with me for about 6 years, I think. And so, but to always be having to talk people off of a ledge like that is just, it's really stressful. For me, it was. And so I didn't love that type of a model. I know a lot of people, a lot of coaches that will say, well, my clients pay me monthly. They're not in any kind of an agreement. They can just pay month to month. And I like that model because I have to prove my worth every single month. And if they don't see the value, well, I think that's a great idea, but I would not want to be on the receiving end of that because, again, people are emotional and entrepreneurs and business owners can make emotional decisions, right? And that isn't the way you grow a business. You don't grow a business making emotional, rational decisions. You grow a business by staying the course and doing the right things for your business. So to me, it is a way you're almost like giving your clients, to me, it's not a commitment on their part. And personally, I don't want to work with clients that aren't committed. I want clients that I know are going to get the results because they are committed, because that's going to affect my business as well. So I hope this is making sense. So when you get paid in fulls, let's say you're bringing in a $50,000 client and you get paid that in full, you're now at $50,000 months if you put the marketing system in place to be able to bring in clients. If you want $100,000 months, you only need two. Even if you're taking $25,000 clients, you only need two $25,000 clients a month to get to $50,000 months. That is a very different business from having to have 20 $2,500 a month clients. Would you not agree with that? You have to have 20 clients onboarding so that you can be making 50K months. So it's definitely a shift. But the other thing I love about this model is it gives you the cash flow and the resources so that you can really serve your clients at the highest level. You're not desperate. You're not out there trying to get umpteen clients because you want to make so much money in your business. It's great to have those big goals. I'm a big believer in those big goals, but you can simplify how you reach them. And so I have found this to be a very successful model. I have a client that was working with her, and we had to change her fees. She was charging too low of fees. But when we put this in place, in like a 3-day period, she closed $50,000 in business. And she said, in the bank, $50,000 cash. She had never had that kind of reserve built up in her business before. She also was excited about the clients that she brought on for that amount of money. And she said, Ann, this is a game changer. I mean, I now have the cash flow to be able to do some things I've been wanting to do in my business, but I haven't been able to do. Exactly, right? But the other thing is, she said, I now have a system in place to be able to go get clients whenever I want. So when you apply systems that can help you get clients whenever you want, and you can get more paid in fulls, wow, your business can absolutely explode. Now, I'm not making revenue and income claims. I'm just telling you what I do and what I now teach my clients to do. Now, let's talk about recurring revenue, because I don't want to give up on that part. There are other ways to get recurring revenue. I have a lot of systems that I use in my business. When I refer those systems to my clients, I am an affiliate partner. So now I'm building revenue off of them buying into those systems. Now, they don't have to buy into them, but I share what I use and I share what works and I share what I like. And then if they decide that they want to use those and they buy into those, I get shared revenue. So that's one way to build up a recurring business. You can also do it with joint ventures and partnerships. So when you, again, are referring something to someone, and it can be anyone, any system or you're referring a team to someone and they give any kind of JV commissions, then you can build up that recurring revenue. So a good example of this is, let's say, you refer a podcast company to someone and they pay you monthly for the amount of time that that person is using them for their podcast. So now you're building, again, recurring revenue. You're building up other revenue that isn't dependent on your coaching. And so this is what I recommend for recurring revenue, and to stop being the bank to bankroll your clients. When you stop being the bank to bankroll your clients and you start doing things differently, you will have a much more successful business, in my opinion. So I hope you found this valuable. Let me know your thoughts. And if you want to learn these strategies and these secrets that I have figured out through the years and that I teach my clients, then I want to invite you to join me for my next free 2-day VIP virtual workshop, where I'm going to be breaking down these strategies and even more, showing you how to put virtual systems in place. I call it my VIP virtual system, showing you how to put virtual systems in place so you can get clients like clockwork whenever you want, and high paying clients. So you can go to expertinyouworkshop.com, take a look, and you can even check out testimonials. And if you feel like I don't have time to do a workshop, listen, that could be the most expensive decision you ever make in your business. So check it out and apply to attend if it looks like it's a good fit. All right. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in today. If you're as excited as I am about scaling up your influence, business, and bank account, then I have just the thing for you. But first, make sure you subscribe to the show. Second, make sure you share it with someone you care about, because sharing is caring. And third, head on over to join me in my next free virtual exclusive workshop, where we'll explore proven strategies to boost your business and maximize your potential. Look, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're looking to take your business to the next level, my workshops are designed for you. So head on over to expertinyouworkshop.com to reserve your spot and get ready to transform your expertise into extraordinary success. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and helping you achieve incredible growth. Until next time, make sure you're always seeking the expert in you, and God bless. Have an amazing day.